Hi, third graders. The last time you were in art class, we were working on our spooky eyeball project, and I'm really hoping that we can finish it today so that you have it finished for Halloween, because it is kind of a, sort of a Halloween type project. Today, what we are going to do is work on the coloring part of the project, and we are going to be using values. So I believe last time I talked about value being when you take a color and you either mix it with another color. Well, you definitely mix it with another color, but you can make it lighter or darker. So I might take, we'll say blue and add a little yellow to it, and it's going to start turning a dark green, and then if you add more yellow, it'll get lighter and lighter and lighter until it eventually gets to just yellow. Okay? So that's what we'll be doing today for our project. Okay, so the last time you were here, or the last time that I made this demonstration, I should say, we thought we were going to be going back to school on Monday, and clearly that didn't happen. So had we been going back to school on Monday, I would have had you guys use oil pastel for this project. So if you do have oil pastels, go ahead and use them. If you do not have oil pastels, I think the next best thing would be for you to use colored pencils. So what we are going to do is mix colors for the project to give our eyes a light and a dark value, and it will kind of blend from dark to light. So I'm going to show you how to do it with oil pastels, and I'm going to show you how to do it with colored pencil, because some of you may be using either of those. For colored pencil, what we want the whole center of the eye to be black, okay, and we want it really dark. So I'm really pushing hard. We are not coloring these spaces in black because these are the highlights, so you're just going to color around. Now, I don't have a black oil pastel with me at home, so I can't show you what that will look like, but it is going to be a little darker if you use oil pastel. If you use oil pastel, I would do this part last so that you don't accidentally get your black smudged into the colored portion of your eye, okay? And then for the eye, the colored part of the eye, what you would do with colored pencil is figure out where you want what color to be. So I kind of want to do red in here, close to the center, like this. And I'm tracing just so I don't get into the center of the eye. And then I'm going to start coloring out this way so that my pencil lines start to look more like they're going out in that direction. Okay? And it doesn't have to be like a perfect line. See how mine's jagged? That is perfectly fine. Okay, so it looks like this. And I want to change to yellow. So I'm just going to do a little bit more right here, and I'm pressing very lightly because this is where I will blend the two colors. And it won't blend very well if I just have like dark red there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my yellow. And I'll blend my yellow into my red a little bit where I did it lightly with my red. And lightly I will bring some of my red up into my yellow a little bit more. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to bring a little bit more yellow up in here. And then I want to do blue out here. I don't know if that's the blue I really wanted to use, but that's what I'm using since that's what I grabbed. Fill that in. Sorry, I'm kind of shaking the table when I color, it's probably making the video a little shaky. All right, and then I would bring my yellow up into my blue, and it will start to make a greenish color. And I also can bring that blue down into the yellow a little bit to blend it a little bit more. Like this. Now I'm going pretty fast. I would spend a lot more time doing this. I love blending colored pencils together. It's probably one of my favorite art things to do. But for the sake of the demonstration, I don't want to take up all your time doing this. Okay? Now, quickly, with oil pastels, remember how I've told you before to clean off the oil pastels first by kind of just scribbling on the back of your paper or on a piece of scrap paper. So what I'm going to do is take my yellow and do the same thing. I'm only going to do 2 colors for this part, just again, so I'm not using up all your work time. Now, if you are using oil pastels, you're going to find that they mix a lot better or a lot easier. And remember that you're always going to use the lighter of the 2 colors to do the mixing. So I would go like this, back and forth into the green. And there I have my spooky eye. Out here, we're gonna try this. Yeah. So last time I wasn't sure if I should have you Sharpie those with the skinny Sharpie. I'm gonna say Sharpie them. And then you're just going to go over them with red colored pencil. If you do use oil pastel on this part, you're going to want to make sure you're using like a sharp edge on it. Otherwise, it's going to get kind of really thick. You might even want to just use colored pencil for that part, even if you did use oil pastel for the rest. Okay? So, that's how you finish the project. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.